What is up, my bearded bros? Being Maniac here. Week 12 NFL game picks is going up on Wednesday because of the motherfucking game you can see right there. Thursday at 12:30. Thanksgiving games. That's what I'm talking about. 3 of them tomorrow, and with the current upload schedule as it currently is, this needs to be pushed away, which means today. We have the Bears at the Lions. Matt Stafford's going to lay a big stinky turd in the Motor City. Bears are going to win. I'm predicting it's going to be about 40-10. It's not going to be a good first game on Thanksgiving, but it's always fun seeing the Lions get beat. You got the Redskins at the Cowboys. This one initially I had very, very close, but with the Alex Smith injury, hopefully he recovers quickly and becomes well, and I mean in the sense of where he is 34, rounding 35. Recovery might not be as quick, but hopefully he does get back out on the field. He is a fun quarterback to watch, even if he's not necessarily superstar material. Therefore, I give the Cowboys the edge. Their defense is playing well, and with all the injuries to the Redskins, I have to give it to the Cowboys. As much as I hate them. Fuck you, Jerry Jones. You know, the Falcons at the Saints, no one can stop the Saints. Falcons can't even stop the frickin' Cleveland Browns. And then you got the Browns-Bengals. Speaking of the Browns, I'm picking the Browns here. It's kind of an upset, but I feel like the Browns defense with the Bengals offensive line will get enough pressure to squeak out a win here. Mayfield's playing better as of late, and hopefully he squeaks this one out. I believe this would push the Browns to 4-7, 4-6-1 or something like that, which for them would be an incredible season considering their previous two. Then you have the Seahawks, Panthers. I'm going Panthers at home here. I think this one will be very close. And honestly, when the season's said and done, this game could be a deciding factor in who gets one of the wild card spots. Russell Wilson's playing incredible. His cast of characters who names aren't really well known anywhere. Chris Carson, Moore, people like that. They're showing up, and that is huge. But I think Panthers will rely on their rushing attack, will rely on the legs of Cam Newton, and will edge out the victory. I think that the Panthers defense will turn it about, and hopefully they do. To me, the Panthers would be the more exciting playoff team. And this is a game that's going to be a must-win, especially considering how the standings are folding out. And then you have the Jaguars at the Bills. The Bills are fucking terrible. There's not much more to say. Matt Barkley actually had a pretty good game last time, and I'm not quite sure if LaShawn McCoy is going to be 100%. I'm pretty sure he will be, but with the cast of wide receivers that the Bills have, I believe it will free the Jaguars defense to at least play a lot of people in the box, mainly where their defenders are superior to the wide receivers. But the Bills could squeak out a victory because the Jaguars have been blowing everybody. Then you get the Raiders at the Ravens. I like the Ravens at home. Whether it's Lamar Jackson playing or Joe Flacco coming back and playing, the Raiders suck. The Raiders are awful. The Raiders, who were on their way to getting the number 1 pick easily if they would have lost to the Cardinals last week, flubbed it by winning their second game against a team with 2 wins, so therefore they fell behind them in the draft. The Raiders need to lose this one if they want to increase their capital as much as possible in the upcoming draft. They need to lose this one. And then you have the Dolphins at the Colts. Colts are playing incredible. 5-5 for them, considering how they were going in the season. No one really knew how Andrew Luck was going to look. Marlon Mack was kind of injured at the beginning of the season. They are rounding into shape, and they are dangerous. It's not just T.Y. Hilton or Andrew Luck. Like I said before, Marlon Mack's having a great season so far. Mo Alley Cox is a sleeper of a stud, and the defense has talent all over the place. I think they're maybe 1 or 2 years from being serious Super Bowl contenders. They just need a couple more pieces. That being said, I don't think the Dolphins are really standing in their way. Then you got the 49ers and Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks at home because they're at home. I honestly don't know who's starting for the Buccaneers. It is currently Wednesdays. I don't think that's announced yet. But I like the run game of the Buccaneers with Barber. I believe that carries them, and I think their defense just does just enough against the San Francisco 49ers to win. I think it will be close, probably 24-23. And you have the Giants, the Eagles. My fiance picked this game for me because I couldn't freaking decide this game. It was a coin flip for me. Literally, Eagles are banged up, injured, playing poorly as shit. The Giants, coming off, I believe, a 2-game win streak, are playing well. Offensive line is typically very, very terrible, and they're going up against Fletcher Cox. That being said, Eagles are at home. If there is a game to bounce back and correct your season before it's too late, it's the Giants. Because being an interdivisional matchup, or if I mean interdivision matchup, in the NFC East, it provides the momentum, gives you a opponent you know well, so it sets it up to rebound. If they lose this game, I think they're not technically out of the playoffs yet, but I think realistically they're out of the playoffs. Then you got the Patriots at the Jets. I think the Patriots win. I don't think it's going to be necessarily a blowout like many people would think. The Jets have talent. Not a lot of talent, but talent. I don't know who, if it's Sam Darnold or Josh McCown playing at quarterback. Either one would be capable of putting up points against the Patriots defense. The Patriots defense does seem a little slower. I think the advantage here, though, is Rob Gronkowski, the tight ends, and the running backs, Sony Michel, James White, and possibly Cordero Patterson if he plays a little bit of running back. I actually think Cordero Patterson shining at running back is one reason why Kenyon Barner was released. But it should be interesting to see how they come back after a loss and a bye. Cardinals, Chargers. Chargers at home. Cardinals suck. Megapeen. Then you got Steelers, Broncos. Steelers all the way. Broncos pulled off an impressive victory over the Chargers, but I think the Steelers just have too much firepower on offense. And then you got the Packers, Vikings. Vikings at home here. And in the words of my fiance, Aaron Rodgers sucks on the road. It's that simple. Packers are terrible on the road. You could look at their games against New England or anything like that. Yeah. Vikings at home, Sunday night prime time. I think their defense just shows up. Then you got Titans, Texans. Don't know the status of Mariota. Obviously, it's a Monday night game. So I'm going to roll with the Texans at home. 7-game win streak. Like I've said before, imagine if the Texans didn't go 0-3 to start the season. They would probably be one of the fiercest teams in the AFC. Now, hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.